How's it going there, demons? Or should I say, how's it going, Zeta? Because I think, Zeta, you are the only distance learner that we have left in my world history class, so I hope you're doing well. And hope that this video helps you to be able to get through world history, all the fun and excitement that we've got planned for today. First step is to be able to get that warm-up done, so please take a look at these two questions. It'll kind of prep you for today's learning, and then so pause it and then hit play when you're ready. Okay, so our objective for today is to be able to do mainly two things: to be able to gain background knowledge on the Enlightenment as another historical period that we're going to be covering in this unit 2, and then also to analyze and synthesize a primary source document related to the Enlightenment. We have Common Lit that we're going to be using to be able to do that. So therefore, there'll be some assistance that you can have as far as some of the outdated vocab and stuff like that, and to get through the tone of the document. But it's a real life primary source document from the Enlightenment. We're going to go through it using Common Lit as a tool for that. Okay. But first, I just wanted to share with you my progress on SDL grading. I am getting through that. I'm going to have everything done by hopefully by Friday, by tomorrow, as promised, but as an absolute latest by the time that we walk in the door on Monday. So the next time that we have class is going to be on Monday. I believe it's the 5th of October. So we will have everything all graded, and the clock will start if you did get an emerging or developing, which are the two categories that you're eligible for retake. The clock will start on Monday so that you'll have 2 weeks from that point to be able to get that retake done. All right, so just wanted to clarify on that. So on the assignment and its learning, there's two parts. So as you can see here with part 1, there is a video guide that's related to this 16-minute video here on the Enlightenment. So you're welcome to check this out. There's a link on the its learning assignment for today to the YouTube for it's called Crash Course European History, and it's specific to the Enlightenment. So please make sure that you're getting that taken care of with the video guide, the viewing guide, and going through that 16.5-minute video, which really doesn't do justice to the Enlightenment, but it does give you some good background knowledge so that you can continue with your inquiry and to be able to kind of form those compelling questions that we're talking about related to the Enlightenment. So that's step 1 of today's assignment. So go ahead and hit pause, pull up that assignment on its learning, watch the Enlightenment YouTube video, and also fill out the viewing guide that I put on its learning. Okay, so guys, we've got our second part of today's assignment, which is a primary source analysis. The document is called An Excerpt from the Spirit of Laws, and it's by Montesquieu from 1748. So as you saw from the Enlightenment video, one of the main areas that really enlightened people was a change of perspective on slavery. So Montesquieu is a really great example of this changed perception on slavery. Really, for his example, it was in Great Britain or in the European area, as opposed to what most of us might typically think of, which is in the United States. But this one is based in Great Britain. And one thing that I wanted to let you know about, and so I'm going to make this a little bit, there we go, different here, is that, okay, sorry about that, Zeta. I had some stuff going on around the house, but I'm back. And what I was saying was that a major area that this document focuses on, which a lot of times is difficult with primary sources, there's two things that this is going to help you out with. First of all, these text annotations get you into a lot of the vocab that a lot of times is outdated for the time. So this is from 1748. This is from over 250 years ago, 272 years to be exact. So anytime you have a document that, I think I did the math right on that one, that is 272 years old, the vocab, the word choice that is used by the authors often is very different than what we use today. So thankfully on Common Lit here, they have some adaptations as far as some definitions and stuff like that. So please make sure you're using that. In addition to, there's some questions, some guiding questions at the end of most paragraphs that are going to be right over here that you'll need to be able to pay attention to as well. That's also part of. So the other thing that I wanted to point out is the tone of this document. So honestly, when I first saw this document, I was like, maybe we shouldn't use this because I've been paying attention to a lot of the Black Lives Matter movement type stuff that's been going on and really trying to focus on providing materials for my students that addresses the needs of all races, heritage, genders, etc. And originally, when I read this, I thought, huh, this seems to be very racist, and it seems to be where this author is actually justifying slavery, which obviously is not in line with my thoughts. And so I'm like, maybe I shouldn't use it. But then I realized, huh, this author is using satire. So let me see if I can get my, hold on a minute. Okay, let me go back to present here. So with satire, there we go. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay, there we go. So as you can see down here with the definition of satire, so it's the use of irony, sarcasm, ridicule, or the like in exposing, denouncing, or deriding a vice, folly, or etc. So in this case, he uses irony, sarcasm, um, ridicule to be able to expose and show how much he does not like slavery. So when you're reading this, you might think, man, I cannot believe this is super racist. This guy's super racist. I can't believe what he's writing about. But then as you read the end of the paragraph, like there's one question that says like, what's the point of this paragraph in relation to his viewpoint on slavery for African Americans? And the answer to that is that he feels that it's ridiculous, that he does not like it. But for much of the paragraph, it's like some people may think this, this, and this, which is pro-slavery, but then he kind of hammers it home by saying that's why it's so ridiculous, because why would you think that? So just keep that in mind that this is a very satirical document that you really have to read the entire paragraph or the entire piece to realize that he's actually, this entire thing is basically coming down on slavery as an institution, which is one of the main developments that occurred for much of the world during the Enlightenment, which is another reason why I thought that this was, in fact, a good choice as far as using a primary source document for the assignment for today. So this isn't anything that you need to do for its learning. As long as you complete this via Common Lit, you should be good. So real quickly, I'm going to go over to the assignment for today for world history. So I'm going to kind of cruise over to here. So we've got here, we've got our resources, we've got unit 2, we've got this enlightenment background and primary source. And as you can see here for the assignments, so I'm going to show this. There's the video guide. Check it out. There's the login screen. Here is your login information. So there's the login information. As you can see here, you've got, let me see if Zeta is on there as far as the usernames. So if you, I don't see that you're on here, Zeta, which tells me maybe you didn't do that first assignment, which was a pre-assessment. So what you may need to do is to click here and to be able to use the code of right here to be able to get on this class to be able to access the assignment. So just make sure that you're utilizing that YQEJL4 to be able to be a part of the class for Common Lit. And then once you go through and do that on Common Lit, there's nothing that you actually have to do for its learning. So like it says right here, you don't have to do anything in its learning. For its learning, all you're going to submit is this viewing guide for the Enlightenment Crash Course History. All right? Cool. Well, I hope that this worked out for you. I hope you were able to do it, be successful on it, and I will see you on Tuesday. But make sure to submit that assignment. Thanks, Zeta.